Hey everybody, welcome to episode 15 of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. We're going to get our our career mode game resumed. We're going to get our career mode game resumed here. Let's get to daytime. Alright, we have some debris to clean up, so let's terminate these really quick, get these out of the way. It's daytime. Now, in episode 14, we gained a whole bunch of science. So it's time to spend it. I know there are some things that I want. I want to research this node and get this engine. I don't need fuel lines right now because I don't have the parts, enough parts available to use like full asparagus staging. I kind of want to get some of this stuff. I know for satellite contracts, I am going to need this. I got the Z200 rechargeable pack. And we'll get lights later on if we need to. I'm going to research the science exploration node, which gives me a thermometer. That's always good for more science. 67,000 funds. And the last node I'm going to research is going to be I can't choose. RCS and Probotodine Octos. You know what? For satellite missions, that might be the way to go. I'm going to research this node. That's what I'm going to do. Right there. I'm not going to buy any of these parts right now, though. I'll buy them as needed later on. Okay. It's time to switch up our strategies. We now have the fundraising campaign needs to be canceled. We still need more money. We're getting plenty of reputation, and we can now actually go up to. Can we go up to higher commitment? Oh man, I didn't want to do that. I guess we'll wrap up on strategies for now. We'll build up some more science. For the time being, I guess, go ahead and take a look at contracts. We still have visual surveys of Kerbal available. This contract is still in the process. We still need to land on the moon, and we still need to transfer or recover scientific data from the surface of the moon. And so that's looking pretty good. We can go ahead and grab the Minmus mission now. Science data from space around the moon, so we're going to go ahead and grab this contract. Plant a flag on the moon. It expires in 5 days? Would we even be able to get to the moon in 5 days? I don't think so. That'd be a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure we can't get to the moon in 5 days. Well, the failure cost is only as much as the advance, so at the end of the day, we don't lose much, actually, so... Science data from space around Kerbal. Yes, except that one. Okay. We have a whole bunch of contracts for science data from space around various locations, so... we need to build a rocket with a durable power source that can continually recharge its battery. Okay. We're parked where we're going to be parked. SAS is on. No sense making any more noise about it. We're just going to get ourselves underway for the moon. Except our staging is set up incorrectly. Okay, now that our staging is set up correctly, quick save, throttle up, and here we go. We will go ahead and pitch over sideways just the littlest bit. We have the gimbal on the engine helping us out here. Looks like we have no problem with our current velocity gains, so With this current engine setup, we want to get ourselves up to as high a speed as possible as quickly without overshooting the thermal or the terminal velocity. So far, looking pretty darn good. I'm happy with where we got going on right now. As soon as we get this engine keyed up. Oh. Well, I'm going to revert that to launch. The wrong stage kicked off, didn't it? Let's revert to vehicle assembly. This rocket is starting to get pretty unruly. Okay. Maybe I ended up putting in too much thrust, I don't know. Solid rocket boosters doing the best they can to push us up. Let's try this again with the staging here. Hang on, we'll get stable. Nope. It's destroying that fuel tank. Why is it doing that now? When it wasn't before. Attempt number 3. Yeah, that's still plenty of thrust. I got a stuffy nose. I think something I ate today gave me a stuffy nose. Alright, we are up and away once again, on our way to the moon, trying for a lunar landing. Tan Van Kerman doing the best he can to control this ship. I can rely more on this autopilot to actually really get us more efficient, which is going to be super nice. I do have some control authority. Get ourselves tipped over the right direction here. A little bit like so. And get set for staging. Okay, let's get stable for staging, Tan Van. Why on earth? This rocket is so picky. Okay, before we get off our track here, I need to tip this thing over again to where we want to go. Almost directly straight up. Got it, Tan Man? You under control there? So we're just, I don't know, there's some X factor that I'm not understanding as far as why this rocket every once in a while self-destructs. And other times it doesn't. I know the way to guarantee that it works is to get some Sepatrons on here. We're going to vehicle assembly and trying it a different way. Another round of adjustments made to this rocket. Hopefully this configuration will cause these fuel tanks to be less likely to crash into this, this fuel right here and cause me a problem. We need this rocket facing precisely vertically, if at all possible. Using what little torque we have in the command module. There we go. keep on trying to get this thing to go vertical. Right there. Okay, this launch is looking alright so far. For some reason, these explosive bolts that, like, the center of mass is off or something. I can't figure out what's going on there. I don't have any more parts available to add arbitrary mass to the bottom of these things. There we go. A nice clean separation. Main engine on. We're on our way at 200 meters per second. I'm liking how this is looking. Much better so far. Now we'll go ahead and climb up to 12,000 meters before we begin our gravity turn. Actually, we will probably go ahead and run out this stage. Start it a little bit here. Main engine cutoff. Boosters. Separation. Engine on. Here we go. Alright, take us prograde. We are on our way. Excellent. Oh, Jebediah. Jebediah snuck on board. I was hoping to get the other pilot some experience, but I'm not reverting this launch, so this is what we got. Taking a sip of juice. Jebediah Kerman running us prograde. Doing just fine. Okay, so in this stage, we're running not quite 5 units of fuel per second. Our apoapsis is looking really nice. I am not worried about that at all. Should have no problem getting that pushed up to where we need it to be. We do have an almost level flight trajectory at this point. But we're so high in the atmosphere that none of this atmospheric drag is going to be really affecting us. Yes, I can see that the apoapsis is actually gaining time, which means we're pushing it further out away from us than where we are right now. So we're going to have no problems actually reaching orbit with this. Aiming prograde, the most efficient flight vector we can possibly have. We'll just get this shoved up to 75,000 meters. And go from there to see if we can't actually get ourselves a moon landing. So, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More or less like that. Looking good. It is actually going to take us a very tiny burn. Hardly anything at all. To get into orbit, 75 by 76 is going to be good enough for me. So we're going to go ahead and run, we don't have as much control authority as we used to, but that's okay. Aim at the maneuver node, and it's time to fast forward. We're still in the atmosphere, it says. I'm going to fast forward time. I'll catch up with you guys when we're actually approaching this maneuver node. And all that good stuff. Alright, here we are, about a minute away from this burn. I have us aimed at the maneuver node. It's only going to be 3 seconds worth of fuel. And we have way more than 3 seconds worth of fuel left. In fact, in this lower stage, once again, whipping out the calculator, I know what my flow rate was. It was about 5 units per second. I think it's tons, I'm not sure. Calculator. 109 divided by 5. We have 21 seconds of fuel in this stage, which means we can use it to really help us push out towards the moon in a translunar injection. Five, 4, 3 seconds, 2, 1. And we're calling that good. Periapsis is 73, apoapsis is 75. We'll call that decent enough. It is now time to once again plan our lunar insertion. And that is actually coming up relatively quickly. So, set target. Ascending node is off by 1.6 degrees. We will fix that later. Right around here, add a maneuver. Right around moonrise, basically, you want to add a maneuver. And wheel us back for a nice, long lunar encounter, just like that. We already have the target in sight. We're coming up on it right now, basically. I'm not going to even mess around. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go at 50% throttle at T-minus 32. And then when this stage runs out of fuel, we'll kick off this stage at 100%. And here we go. The stage is going to run dry. There it is. Shut down. Staging. Engines up. Alright. This little tiny efficient engine has a specific impulse of 350. It's a really light, small engine. So most of our burn, most of our maneuver to get to the moon has already been taken care of by the previous stage. That means that we're going to have absolutely no problem this time landing this thing on the moon. We knew we were really close last time. Just that close. Didn't quite have what it took to really get there. I'm going to go ahead and move prograde. How are we looking? That's it. We have an encounter. From here on out, well, we do have an ascending node fix that we need to take care of. So at the ascending node, we will be thrusting downward a little bit to fix that. Little 5-second burn at the ascending node in about 6 minutes. Just time warp over there really quick. Almost. Map. Okay. Not much of a burn at all to get this node fixed. And then we'll be on a definite intercept course with the moon. That is it. Okay, there's our intercepts. I am going to go ahead and catch you guys over here and lunar encounter, so hang tight. Okay, once again, I'm going to bring this up and we're going to face ourselves orbit normal. Where's normal? There's normal. Is that normal? Yeah. Or not normal, I'm sorry. We're facing ourselves orbit radial, which is inside the radius. Get this engine going to bring the periapsis down to a height that I want, which is probably about 25,000 meters. Go ahead and bring this down. So we have much more granular control over this engine, since it's so small. It offers plenty of thrust for the landing on the moon. 6, 3, about like that. Next step, lunar insertion. I think was what this one's called. Is it lunar insertion? Yeah, we have injection, then insertion. There we go. We'll get facing that node. I want to roll my craft like so. So the solar panel is facing. All that kind of stuff. Okay, let's check our contracts. Plant a flag on the moon. Science data from space around the moon. We can get that one done right now. Let's get a crew report and transmit that back from space high over the moon. Starting our transmission. There's a contract completed for 75,000 funds. And that one's around Kerbal, so we'll get that one later. Okay, everything else we need to do is on the surface of the moon. Oh, one thing we can do. Let's find that instrument. I didn't actually do this in Kerbal. I should have. Log temperature. Can't be done right now. Okay. I wonder if that's for atmospheric temperature only. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and fast forward time to this maneuver node, so hang tight. We'll see you there. All right, we're about 30 seconds away from this insertion burn. Still on the light side of the moon. There's our burn right there. We'll be establishing ourselves a nice orbit. No problem. I'll bring up the resources. And we're going to go full throttle at T-minus 14. And one thing I'll take a look at during that, once again looking at my calculator, is to see how much burn time we actually have with this engine, with this configuration. Because that's going to make a difference as far as landing on the moon. We'll be able to actually time everything out and know exactly what's going on. Coming up here, T-minus 30. So we have about 15 seconds now until we begin this burn. T-minus 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Throttle up, 14. 14 again, and we're burning. Okay, we've officially got ourselves some kind of orbit, it looks like, from the camera angle change. We know that we're using less than 1 unit of fuel per second, so just for rounding purposes, I will say we have 120 seconds worth of liquid fuel available. That's it. The maneuver's done. Apoapsis 26, periapsis 22. We will go ahead and keep it just like it is. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. It turns out there was too much content to squeeze into a single video no matter how hard I tried. So I'm splitting this episode in two. Tune in next time and watch the conclusion. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.